Hi, this is Lee Garrett and welcome to another weekly tip video. I'm still a big fan of RSS and use it daily to try and keep abreast of the daily tech and sports news. There are still lots of tools in active development that will help you consume RSS content, and one of my favourites has recently received a major update, and that's Reader on both macOS and iOS, which is now at version 4. Now, when you're setting up a system for RSS reading, you generally use two components. Now, the first one's a web component or service and its function is to aggregate all of the content together. You don't have to do this. You can gather the content manually if you wish, but I tend to find that a service that does it for me works better, and I use one called Feedly, although there are many others to choose from. For information on how to configure Feedly, I recommend checking out video SCO0862, and the bit that you're after is around 14 minutes in. As well as the web component, you're going to need a front end to read the aggregated content, and there's lots of choice for apps out there, but I use Reader on all my devices. Now, Reader's available from both app stores. It's $10 on the Mac and $5 on iOS, and we're just covering the Mac version here in this tip video. Now, I'm just about to open the application for the first time, and here I'm being prompted to add an account. Now, we've got lots of options. I could, if I didn't want to have a web service aggregating content for me, just create a local account on my Mac and manually select my RSS feeds to go in. We've got the option of adding Read It Later services as accounts as well. Adding either Pocket or Instapaper as services here will put in any articles that are currently sitting within them, as well as allow you to send Reader articles to those services if you want to keep your Reader feed clear. Reader 4 does bring with it a native Read It Later service for those of you that aren't keen on using a third party for this. This is one of the new features of the latest version of Reader. It syncs via iCloud and it's almost instantaneous between devices. Further down, we've got the web components that we can add. If you're so inclined, you can self-host your own aggregation service. If you have the relevant Google Reader, that's with an A, not an E, or Fever APIs. I've got a Feedly account, and I think I'm just going to add that account here. There are lots of different ways to create a Feedly account. I've already created an account with Feedly itself rather than use a third-party service to log in. So I click Continue with Feedly and enter my login details. Okay, I've signed in with my Feedly account information, and very quickly I'm presented with a list of options for this particular account. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them, but some of the key ones here are choosing how often it syncs. So by default, it's as soon as the application opens. But if you want to have content synced while it's open, you can choose from these options here. You can define how often items that are read are kept for. Now, if you use Reader as like a triage service where stuff comes in for you to forward elsewhere, such as to Pocket or Instapaper, then there's probably no need to have it as high as a month. You can reduce the length. I'll just click Close there.
That's just a quick preview of one of this week's Apple-related tutorials from ScreenCastsOnline. ScreenCastsOnline is your premium source of Apple-related video tutorials. All of our members get access to brand new, up-to-date tutorials each week, as well as unlimited access to our entire video archive full of Mac and iOS-related tutorials. You can stream and download all of our videos on your Mac, iPad and iPhone, and even your Apple TV using the members-only ScreenCastsOnline Apple TV app. Membership also includes a complimentary subscription to the digital ScreenCastsOnline monthly magazine, published each month and packed with videos, articles, reviews, as well as hints and tips covering all aspects of the Mac, iPad, iPhone, and all of the other fantastic Apple products. So, if you're ready to start getting the most out of your Apple devices, visit ScreenCastsOnline.com today and become a ScreenCastsOnline member.